Now the former Texas A&M Aggie. This is Travion Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Easy. Check 50.
First carry for the ex-Utah State Aggie, Darwin Thompson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Yellow. Watch the screen.
From the 39, Mahomes flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 39. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Watch out. No. Off. Watch out.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. They'll run it with Williams. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Yellow. 80. 49's the Mike. And 57. You better bring.
They'll run on first down. It's Thompson, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Not today, baby.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
Hey, 57. 49. Delta. 49. Watch the run.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Williams will try again. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travion Williams, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Balaj. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Faking the give. Now Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Now Balaj. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Balaj. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Single. I got deep third.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Watson escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter from Arrowhead, it's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
That's a lot, right? 49.
I'm coming. Watch the edge.
Hey, 43, 15. Attack.
Smoke.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Draw play, it's Eckler. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis. Throwing on 2nd down. Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Flush to his right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
Check 56. Rip left.
They'll run here with Balaj. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Kalen Balaj, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Prater for the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. This is Thompson. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Thompson. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
The Charger drive about to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
You ain't doing nothing today.
They run it with Balaj. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just...
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mike 55, Mike 55. I'm coming.
Watson. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Here we go. 56, Mike 56.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
I got it.
To throw is Watson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. This is caught inside the 15. That one goes for 36 yards. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, as the first half is winding down, and the Chargers have taken the lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
I know he ain't got it. 42's the mark. 42's the mic. I don't think you got it, son. Switch it. 15. Check nickel.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Again, a run with Thompson. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He's crashing.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Whip.
First and 10 at the 25.
On first down, Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Yellow.
49.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, Brendan, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They'll come out in the pistol. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll run with Thompson. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travion Williams with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hey, deep behind him, go!
From the gun, here's Watson. He's got his man on the crossing route. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. Wiggles free. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. Dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
To throw on 3rd down. Watson. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for L.A.
And the Chargers 1st down.
1st down, and they stick with Eckler. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now they try the right side here. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. We're back now in KC. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Kalen Balaj, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is now 21-14. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Yellow.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
49's the mic. Watch 49. I'm coming after you.
15.
Check 43. Shift.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
It was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on first down, second down, third down, all three incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
49's the mic. Watch 49.
Hey, 43, 15.
Check. Lucky.
Yellow.
Kill. Nice 7. Let's go.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
He's checking. Crash. Watch twist.
Hey, 31.
55. Line him up.
A shotgun snap for Watson.
Here I come.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So after the loss of down, they'll come up here with a second and goal.
We got to get to the ball.
Watson operating from the gun. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
So it's third and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough.
Hey, check. Alert. 55.
Exit. Check. Line him up.
Back to throw, Watson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
These babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies crawl all the way back. Yellow.
Check the backers. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Mahomes now to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
49's the mic. Watch 49.
Yellow.
Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Taking a deep shot here. And this will be caught at the 30. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, an 80-yard touchdown. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Pull it together. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Check. Mike 55. Watch the pass. Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55. It's like 55.
Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. Well, I don't know if careless is the right word there, but bottom line, here in the 4th quarter, tie game, you can't do that.
You sure can, Brandon. And not only do you give up the lead, now you've got to turn around, punt it away from your own 20 as well. So it's really a double whammy with time starting to become a factor.
Get ready.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Williams looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Don't get nervous.
Staying open. Staying open.
Yellow.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Bring it.
Now Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
15.
Check 52. Check 26. Check 26.
To Thompson on the draw. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Yellow.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
49's the mic. Watch 49. Target.
Attack.
Watch the ship. Hey. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes flush to his right. And a throw right sideline is complete. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Deuce. Showing it. Rush in.
On 1st down, Thompson. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over. Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Check 13.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. Now the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. They do tack on the extra point as well, and it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Mike, 50.
Now it's Watson. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Safety's creeping. Slam, slam, slam. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
Hero 15.
Get this ball back for the offense.
They run the counter. Thompson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Hey, if you kill it, motion me out.
49's the mic. Watch 40.
Yellow.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Zoom, fellas. Let's go.
Mahomes to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go. That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Kansas City, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for our visitor,